Hello and welcome to my interface setup guide. In this guide I will be showing you how to set up an interface from scratch using small tips and tricks that are important to make a good interface. Let's get started off with the basics. When making a new interface, it's nice to start off with one of the already pre-made layouts. Go to your option menu and quick select a layout. For this guide I would recommend using the RS3 default one. Step 1. Clean your interface. This is important so we can organize your interface easily. Start by pressing the customization button. Press L if you haven't taken away the keybinds. I would also recommend use slim headers as they make the interface look a lot more cleaner, easier. Step 2. Place the most important tabs first. Tabs you are using the most, like your inventory, main ability bar, chat box, and minimap, are the important things to place first as you get a good look at how you want your interface to build up. By doing this, you can start thinking about where the other tabs are gonna go as well. Step 3. Place your secondary tabs. Secondary tabs are tabs that you want on your interface, like equipment, or ability bars, summoning, skills, and so on. Place these around the main tabs so you can figure out roughly how high and wide you want your tabs to be. A good tip here is to try to make them as small as possible. For example, with equipment, you can actually make it a lot smaller when you have the customization button open, because when you lock your interface it will pop back and it will make it bigger. Step 4. Go to edit mode. Edit mode is where you will position your bank, private message, XP pop-ups, and so on. It's really important to take your time and figure out where you want this kind of stuff to be. A big tip here is to make your bank bigger. I've seen a lot of people struggle with having too small banks. They can't actually use the equipment interface on the bank menu because of this. But by doing this, you make your bank wider and bigger, and it will be easier to use the tabs and the equipment at the same time. Step 5. All the small things and keybinds. The interface is nearly finished, but it's still some small things that you want to do. This includes figure out where you want the Slayer task tab to be, block, debuffs, as well as the metrics that you can actually remove if you don't want it. It's also important to figure out the keybinds, because at some point you probably want the keybinds to be on your action bar instead of having it lock your interface and so on. So now that you most likely have a pretty decent looking interface, you can go out and explore and figure out how you want your interface to actually be. It's important to have some personalities in your interface so you can get a real good sense of where things are, and it will make it a lot easier for you to PVM in the future as well. I will leave you with some other pictures of interfaces that I think are decent and deserve some recognition. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed this step-by-step interface guide, and I will see you next time.